Hello everybody, what's going on guys? My name's S7. In today's video I'm going to give you guys a rundown of the latest patch, which is 1.3.02 in Overwatch. So basically this update they focus more on competitive play because season 1 was not as balanced as they wanted to be on their launch. So I'm going to give you guys the most important rundown and the details in this update. So first off, they introduced tiers. Now I have all these tiers ranking down on screen for you guys right now. We have tier bronze, tier silver, tier gold, tier platinum, tier diamond, tier master, and grandmaster. So what they ended up doing was actually changing the scale from a 1 to 1000 scale to a 1 to 5000 scale. So this gives you a better accurate reading of your skill level. One interesting thing about the skill rating now is that players in Diamond, Master, and Grandmaster tiers that have not participated in any competitive match for 7 days will actually lose skill rating. So it adds a nice effect, so it's not like you can't build yourself all the way up, leave for who knows how long, like a couple months, and then come back and then still be in those tiers. So in order to be in those last 3 tiers, you actually have to keep up with it and continually play within a 7-day period. So players with a skill rating above 3000, which is the diamond tier or higher, will actually lose 50 rating points every 24 hours, but their rating will not fall below 3000. So any players that haven't participated in a competitive match for 7 days, they'll actually immediately drop out of the top 500. Now a couple map changes for you guys. Several refinements have been made to the time bank system for Hanamara, Temple of Anubis, and Volskaya Industries. Now the time bank system has added to Dorado, Hollywood Kings Row, New Bonnie, Route 66, and Watchpoint Gibraltar. Now here's something interesting. Now competitive points for the second season, any existing competitive points saved from season 1 will be multiplied by 10. So exactly what it says, let's say I have 50, it's going to multiply to 5,000, so that's quite a lot. A big change for everybody actually is that I know everybody wants golden guns and they couldn't get it in the first season, so what they ended up doing this season is if you win the match, the competitive match, you'll actually receive 10 competitive points instead of just 1. If you tie the match, then you'll receive 3 competitive points for each draw, so pretty much you're not losing so much or just getting 1 like you did every round in the first season. Now since they have multiplied everything by 10 as far as competitive points and you get more competitive points, they've actually increased the amount of competitive points to get a gold gun to 3000. Now it was 300 before, and since getting 1 each round you had to pretty much play 300 rounds. It's a lot easier now, but at the same time it's a lot more expensive. They've also added a level cap to the competitive points, so if you have 6000 points from the start of season 2, you'll no longer be able to rank up and get any more competitive points within competitive matches. Instead of actually going into sudden death, this time tied competitive matches will now just result in a draw. So you're not going to have that dumb coin flip for you guys that you have 50-50 chance but always ends up on defending somehow, and then you end up losing because of some obnoxious thing that happened in the round. Any players that win 50 competitive matches will be eligible for a spot in the top 500. Players actually are going to have to now complete more matches to clear the penalty for leaving a competitive match early. So let's say you leave twice or a couple times, you're going to have to most likely play that double times to clear the penalty for leaving. They also introduced a couple hero balances, so for the most general updates, ultimates that consume the ultimate meter when activated will now drain the meter more quickly, which is 1/4 of a second instead of 1 second at a time. They also reduce the size of hero projectiles, so you're not gonna get those lucky attacks anymore. They also changed that heroes' abilities will no longer interrupt quick melee attacks. So for example, like Genji, how before you could do that 3 attack really quick, you can't do that no more, which is kind of good for the competitive community, so that's good. But the thing is though, in the middle of your quick melee attack, you can actually use your ultimate ability now, so you will no longer be stuck within your attack animation. Now as far as the other heroes that got nerf, we have D.Va first on the list with the defense matrix. After being activated, it will no longer regenerate a following shield. It'll take actually a half a second longer to regenerate. As far as Hanzo, he'll experience a 30% decrease in speed while aiming, and his maximum projectile speed has been increased by 30%, so you're not going to get as much drop as you normally got. Also, the size of the arrow has been reduced by 33%, so you're gonna have to be a lot more accurate with your shots. As far as Mei goes, her Blizzard ultimate, it will now pierce barriers, and the radius has been increased from 8 meters to 10 meters, so you're gonna get a lot bigger circle when you throw down your ultimate. As far as McCree, Deadeye has been drained a fourth of a second. With Mercy, we have her healing beam, and her healing per second has actually been, and when she resurrects, now the team will actually be able to move 2.25 seconds quicker coming out of the resurrection. Now, this is the main one. All of us are glad that it's finally here. The Genji nerf. He'll no longer be able to double jump when climbing on wall. His swift strike, you can no longer cut the animation with a knifing animation or your attack, and his Dragon Blade has reduced from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. With Lucio, his movement speed has been decreased from 30%. With Roadhog Chain Hook, if you actually catch somebody and they like go run behind a wall and you pull them through the wall as it was before this update, now they fixed that. So what's gonna happen now is if you do that and they are behind a wall, they're gonna go back to where they were originally hooked. With 76's pulse rifle, the bullet spread now happens more quickly when unloading a fully automatic pulse fire, and they also increased the bullet spread recovery time. And lastly, with the hero updates, we have Zenyatta with his Orb Discord. The amount of damage to an enemy when they have an Orb Discord on has been decreased from 50% to 30%. And his Orb Destruction has been increased from 40 to 46, so you're gonna see a big boost in his attack power. Now that's going to basically sum it up for this video and the patch notes for Overwatch. So I'll leave the link for the actual patch notes in the description if you want to read up some more on it. I did not cover any of the bug fixes at all, that which includes your like AI, user interfaces, maps, and stuff like that. So please leave a like if this helped you at all. Make sure to subscribe because my channel is the first to be updated on Overwatch news. My name is S7. I'll see you guys later.